Hey there, it's Nev from the EVERBLACK Podcast here, just letting you guys know that for the entire month of June, we're taking part in the Starlight Children's Foundation's Stream Raiser campaign, where we're going to try and raise some funds for some sick kids and teenagers and help brighten their lives a little bit. You can donate, share, whatever you can do to help out, it's much appreciated. And we've got some awesome guests coming up for this month as well. All the links are down here. In the meantime, stay positive, stay heavy, horns high.
Hey, this is Trevor Sternad from the Black Dahlia Murder here, and you're listening to the EVERBLACK Podcast.
Hey, humans, Carl, this is Odorous from Korn.
Burn 2 Battle Fear Factory.
This is George Corey Under Fisher.
This is Gatsby Double Drop.
This is Wade from Our Last Enemy.
Mike Nick from Suicidal Tendencies.
Hey, this is Wednesday 13.
This is
Rex from Kill Devil Hill.
This is Gary from Sepultura. You're listening to EVERBLACK Podcast.
All right, before we go into this episode, we just need to give a shout out to our show supporters, Blacklight Art and Design, who are our go-to for all our screen printing needs. Check them out at blacklightad.com.au. RW Promotion, who are the best in the biz for all your promotional printing needs like stickers, flyers, banners, badges, and more. Go order yours through rwpromotion.com.au. The brutal occult clothing brand Electric Witch, who have amazing apparel from shirts to hoodies to hats to beanies and more. Check out their full range at electricwitch.com.au and put in the code EVERBLACK for 20% off your order. Also, Lumberpunks Axe Throwing Club, who have venues on the Gold Coast, Brisbane and Perth, and it is a guaranteed good time for any occasion like parties, bucks, hens nights, or just hanging out with your mates. You can even join a team. Put in the code EVERBLACK for 10% off your booking at lumberpunks.com. Don't forget to subscribe, rate and review the EVERBLACK podcast through Spotify, iTunes, YouTube and Facebook, and check out all our articles at everblackmedia.com. All right, on with the show. Torizon, how are you guys?
Good, thank you, my friend. How are you?
Pretty good.
Awesome. So as we mentioned before, this is the first one where I've done more than 4 people. So it's going to get crazy. We're going to have a good party tonight. So it's good to see everyone. You.
Thanks for having us, mate.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
You got the Brady Bunch theme going in the background. You got to do that if you're doing the split
I'm
screen.
going to add it. Actually, I think I've got some kind of flaws here. Oh, that's
Hey.
There we
go. The can. Doing and stuff. Yeah, cool. Well, before we begin, let's do a round of introductions for those playing at home. So starting top left, obviously Sarah. Let's go around. Let's do a round and introduce yourselves.
Sure thing. G'day, I'm Sarah. I'm the guitarist from Torizon. Next.
Who's next?
That's about it.
Yeah, that is about. I'll go next. I'm Aaron. I'm the drummer from Torizon.
And
I'm
next.
Hey,
Davo.
I'm Damo. I'm the bass player for Torizon.
And me, last but not the least, I'm Mish. I'm the lead singer of Torizon.
Awesome. Cool. So, of course, how has everyone's COVID lockdown been? Has everyone been pretty productive? Jamming? Are you jamming regularly again?
I'll take this one. So we have spent the lockdown. I'm really proud of everybody in the band. We've spent a lot of time upskilling ourselves. So we ended up taking a whole bunch of marketing courses. We have solidified our songwriting process. We recorded our new single just coming out on June 13th, Find My Way Out, completely in isolation. Damien here had coronavirus. He was really sick when he recorded his bass line. Yeah. And we filmed and edited our video clip, and that's coming out soon. And we've almost got like half an album worth of songs. That's what we've done.
So are you feeling all right now, dude?
Yeah, mate. Yeah. I'm way better now. The whole testing format of it was when I got Crook was really weird, because unless they could say that you were definitely with someone who had it at that point in time or associated with it, direct contact, then they wouldn't test you. And then they go, oh, no, you've got this and you're sick, but we can't test you. Now they open it up. Everyone's going to get tested. It's a lot better. They're actually handling it a lot better now. But, yeah, what was pretty Crook, a lot better, 1,000% better now. Feel great. And it actually, upon everyone and the situation we were in, I think it really pulled us all together in a lot stronger way. I mean, it streamlined the way we do business, streamlined the way we communicate. We planned further ahead, really got us creative in a lot of ways, where it gave us the time to work on all these elements. And really, I think it's made it, there's a lot of people say, oh, we couldn't jam. We had to put the band on hold. I think that's probably the wrong way to look at it. It's really a time when we could actually get in there and be the most productive, take care of the stuff that you normally don't do when you're out there gigging every week. And now we're in a really good spot, and it's actually been really creative for us.
Well, the single kicks ass. And, of course, that comes out this Friday. It's called Find My Way Out. And to my understanding, it all, when it all came together during the lockdown, how were you guys staying in contact? Was it through Zoom, or were you having meetings like this?
FaceTime.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah?
Yeah, FaceTime.
Jamming this way as well?
No.
No, the lag is terrible. Like, it's just impossible to jam over this until, like, the internet is a better entity. I don't think it's going to be a possible thing. Yeah.
Lots
until
of file sharing, though.
Oh, yeah.
Dropbox.
File sharing, playthroughs, practicing and be as tight as we can in our own instrument, and really trust that everybody else is doing the same. And obviously everybody was, because it just came together so flawlessly.
So through that, with the writing and recording, how did you guys support each other musically through the lockdown and keeping productive as possible? I mean, I can imagine it would have been pretty tricky to time everything together and make sure you had the meetings right and everything. Was that hard?
It wasn't. I think it wasn't too bad, because that's we're all type A people, and we kind of thrive on being organized and like knowing what we're doing, always planning ahead. So it wasn't actually that bad. It was, we had already pre-produced a single with Robb, who also shreds on this guitar, as a guest guitarist on this track. We'd already figured out what we wanted to do. The writing was 100% complete and approved by Robb. We had Damien, and his understanding of sound engineering was incredible, because he put everything together for Robb in a way that Robb wanted. And yeah, everything was kind of done. We all kind of have a really good, I guess, we're very, very happy and proud to say that we're all on the same page. So we all knew exactly what needed to get done, and it was just a matter of getting it done together. And again, comes back to practicing a lot prior to, because you couldn't be in the same room. So yeah, Damien, do you want to take the sound engineering side of things?
But yeah, no worries. Basically, what we had to do was the communication was the big thing, because we had to talk more and really be open to what we were doing. So, okay, we knew with Robb we'd done all our pre-production, everything was approved, but because we were doing our parts in isolation, we weren't together. Whereas normally, the ideal thing is everyone's together and you're bouncing the creative ideas. So we had to actually sit down and go, right, plan it all ahead. So we were sending sections and parts to one another to go into a master session. So we had to actually really refine and hone down everyone's home recording skills, our personal recording skills, getting getting everything right and building on everyone's strengths and working as a team. And I think that's really come out in the way we've done this song. It took a little bit longer, absolutely, than you normally would. But I think the proof is there that it can be done.
Absolutely.
If you work together, and it will make you stronger as a unit. Absolutely.
100%.
Did the song change much from, when you guys wrote it to sending it to Robb, and did he play much of a part in the direction of the way the song went?
Yeah, usually does, because now Rob is a part of, like, I guess Rob's influence does play a big role in our sound. So the way we work with him is with the idea to change the song to make it better. So once we've got basic idea of it, like, okay, cool, we've got your verse, chorus, pre-chorus riffs, and some lyrics and some melodies, we kind of try and put our best versions forward, put it all together in a demo track and send it to Rob. And then we catch up monthly. So we will fine tune the song until we're both, him as a producer and us as a band, and the songwriters are happy with it. So yeah, it does always change and evolve until we're all on the same page.
I think from the perspective of certainly myself and Damien as well, we kind of debuted on these songs in our said instruments. Like I picked up guitar for a long time, first time in a long time. Damien had just joined us as the bassist, and our sound completely changed, I think, for that. So yeah, it's going to be a good kind of little sneak peek into where we're going to be going from here as well. So
yeah,
very exciting. Yeah.
It is very exciting. It's exciting times for you guys. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And how are you feeling about it all down there?
I'm feeling great about it. This has been a lot of people get on COVID, and like Damien said, they use it kind of as you hear a lot of people saying it's a tough time to make things. We've been so productive. It's been fabulous, and it's given us an opportunity to look at things that when you're just rehearsing and playing, you don't look at the details. So we've really nutted down on the details, and particularly with Find My Way Out, it's we've really scrutinized it, and it's been a lot of back and forth, and I feel like our finished product is really something that we can be proud of.
Absolutely. It's solid. I like it. I've been cranking it. Well,
Well, hey, look, the name
we have
a sneak peek.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. And of course, I mean, the song itself, it's got a pretty powerful message behind it too, and deals with, breaking free of an emotionally abusive relationship. For a lot of people in those various situations, it can be hard to maybe even realize and get out of. Are you hoping that this song reaches those people especially and gives them that hope and that what am I trying to say? I've lost my you know what I'm trying to say. Sorry,
I think songs are always better when they have a message.
Yes.
So I do hope that it's I hope it speaks to somebody. If it speaks to one person, I think that would be pretty monumental.
Yeah.
I think it's going to.
Yeah, definitely.
I think.
Sorry, Sarah. Do you want to go ahead? No?
I think we kind of had a conversation about it, but all of us, when we're teenagers going through, the usual stuff, is to say the usual stuff, but when you're going through a difficult time, so many people reach out to music. And yeah, if this song can be one of those that it does touch one person or two people, however many, it's valid, and it's done its job,
Absolutely.
And I was going to touch on exactly that is I just wanted, and I think this is one of our mission statement of the band, is to create a place where people can find some escape without any judgment, without anything. They can just be themselves. So we just want to give back to the music community in terms of what they did for us. So personally, for me, if it wasn't for music, I would have committed suicide at 15, and I didn't because of this. So I just really hope that it does the same thing for somebody else.
Absolutely. And of course, Sarah, you are a film editor and have taken care of the visuals for the single and the band. Yeah. How has it been interpreting this song, the lyrical theme and vibe, and putting that into a visual?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of been a challenge from the offset, not because of the content, but because of COVID-19, because we had this big grand plan. We had, locations scouted out for. It was going to be, this great spooky mangrove, Australian Gothic kind of feeling video. And then this hit, and we suddenly couldn't do that. So it kind of suddenly became, all right, what can we do with the limited resources we've got and still tell the story of the depthy theme of this song? Most of it we actually did in my garage, just me and Mish, and she got a bit method with it, and it's like getting really angry, some beautiful close-up shots, and just getting really abstract with shadow and light and dark. And I mean, you guys will see it probably a week after the release, I believe it's coming out.
June 27th.
Yeah. So, I'm actually pretty chuffed with how it's come out. I know the band likes it. Towards the end, we actually managed to get a full band shot of everyone playing the song as well, which was really lovely. And it is what it is at the moment. So, yeah, I hope everyone enjoys.
No, she's done a great job. And honestly, Damien reached out to Queensland Health to get some clearance on getting the whole band aspect of it shot. So Damien took the lead on how to manage that and, obviously sanitization and all that and how long we're together in the room, how far away we are from each other. So, yeah, it was like a good team effort.
Was that difficult to do, Damo?
No, actually it wasn't, because Queensland Health, even now with all the COVID lines, they're there. So the guidelines were, I think, were very sparse. So no one knew exactly what you could and you couldn't do. But their call centres were brilliant. So you called them up and said, look, we need to do this. Are we allowed to? How do we go about this? What sort of, and then it was like, okay, so what sort of areas can we do it in? What's the locations? What's our time frame? Sanitate, how do we have to be clean? Okay, really following every stringent guideline that they set forth. And fair enough, they said, look, you've got a limited time frame that you can do this and you'll be able to do it on this date. And the areas that we were looking to do it, we had to go, well, could we do it here? No, you can't, or you can. Is this area big enough? No more than these people. So it really was, it sort of went the old-fashioned guerrilla style way of going. And, very self-sufficient, do it yourselves, get in there. And what Sarah's done, and when Mish and Sarah were working together, when the rule of two kicked in, I think from the original plan that we had to what the guys have created and what Sarah's put together with her editing and the angles, I think it's better than what we originally planned. I personally believe that. I think it brings out that whole element of where we were, and it gives us a time frame, and hopefully people will actually be able to relate to that, because you'll feel that in there when they hear the song, but when they see the visuals, it's like we can connect with you, and hopefully then they're going through a dark time, they can see that, and we all were going through dark times, and hopefully they can relate to each other through the common ground of the song, the video, and know that as we go, they can unite
the Torizon.
There you go, the hashtag. But yes, that's it. I mean, if we work together as a community and we actually care for each other and ask the questions, instead of taking, what can we do? We can't do that. Ask the questions. Do the research. Anything's possible if you're working with the right people.
Yeah, totally.
I agree. And you guys also released a live cover of Korn's Thoughtless, which was pretty damn cool.
It made it to freaking everywhere. Like, very surprising, because it's just a song that we love playing it, don't get me wrong, but it was just, something in the set, and it's fun to play, and it was a warm-up for that day. It's just amazing.
Something you were jamming on before? Like, is it just something someone starts smashing out the real jam, and then you just thought...
Yeah, always.
Yeah?
Yeah, we're big fans of the song. We've been playing it every rehearsal for probably months. Yeah. And when you're limited by COVID with what you can produce and put out to people, that became our top candidate, just because it was something that people have only ever seen in our live shows. And it's a good track. So why not?
The shows are just having fun, getting back in and just having fun. But we're still following every social distancing law that we still have to do. So it's quite funny. It's just, hey, the idea was, let's put something up that it's just us finally being able to get back in the room and having fun. We don't think we expected it to reach where it has, And it's actually been really, really humbling, but just really exciting as well that people like it.
Did notice it's got an insane amount of views on Facebook video. On the video, straight up.
Yeah.
Which brings me to another question. Is I personally found that the platform is it gets more streams on there than anywhere else they upload to. Do you guys know that? Like the Matrix or Facebook,
Skynet, whoever's
they're like you put it from somewhere else and they're like,
Sorry, Daddy.
it's using their platform. They're like, come on, everybody, check it out. Yeah, I found that.
Yeah, definitely. Particularly, like, just again, the algorithm changes like so much. Every few weeks, you kind of have to reset what you're doing, and you really have to kind of pay attention to the analytical side of things. And that's something I never thought I'd have to do being in a band, And the video format seems to be working super well. And it does get more views. I think now it's like more Facebook videos and IGTV. That's sort of kind of taking over. But yeah, like it's still trial and error. I think YouTube is something that if you direct people to it, it has to be kind of the only platform that you're directing people to. If you give them a choice of 2 or 3, they usually go to your Facebook and IGTV.
I guess it's right there. You scroll, always right there. I just thought I found it pretty interesting. I want to see what you guys thought of that.
Just at the mercy of Mr. Zuckerberg and the Sky Daddy.
What was that?
At the mercy of Mr. Zuckerberg and the Sky Daddy.
Amazing.
And of course, have you guys got more recordings on the way? Did someone mention that?
Who wants to take this one?
Who's cooking?
I'll take this one. I'll take this one. Oh, we've actually got, I think, currently at the moment, we've got the next 4 singles currently in the works. One that we're currently working on, which is in the pre-production stage with Robb as we speak. The follow-up to Find My Way Out, which actually we've been having a ball on. It's a whole, you'll see the direction growing and the strength growing. And then there's a few other ones. And because our working titles, which I found when I first joined, was quite interesting. It's all breakfast foods. So we had every working title is a breakfast food. So you look through our folder, it's like, it almost looks like the breakfast menu at any really nice restaurant. It's quite good, actually. It makes you hungry looking at it. But we've developed, I think we've got the next 4 singles pretty much penned out, but then there's another 6 or 7 songs to follow, but we don't know if they're going to be straight up singles out or if they're going to be more album songs. But the way we're writing and demoing, we're basically sitting on about 10 singles.
Yeah.
Is that the way do you think it is? It's going as singles these days? A lot of bands seem to be just doing singles albums and spacing things out.
I think it's also a way to, because every time we do a single, we're learning so much, like with Robb's involvement, with our own sort of musical, abilities and our own practice and our own regimens that we follow, that it's so good to be able to take that and apply it to the next one and learn some more and then apply it to the following one. But yeah, definitely think that singles, in my humble opinion, 1 out of like 1,000 people, is that it is the way to go at the moment, because you get an opportunity to rebrand yourself so quickly. And I also think, while I appreciate the work and effort that goes in an album, and one day I'd like to do that too, I just don't think this is the right time for it personally, because everybody's chomping at the bit for new stuff and new content, and it gets consumed really quickly. So it's kind of cool to be able to set up a PR campaign every sort of 3 or 4 months and keep releasing new music, different directions,
Keeps it
the amount of work. Sorry, man. The amount of mad scientist stuff that Sarah and I have been working on, tone-wise, rig-wise, pedals and being able to incorporate it in. So it works well. I think us working down the singles path, and as Mish was saying, because everyone is looking for content. We don't know when we're going to be able to gig properly. We don't know when they say. So if you take all the time to put an album out, you're really not giving the people the opportunity to find something that's current to connect with. Singles are really going to give an artist or the band's opportunity to get the new material out to a group of people or just listeners who need something new, who need something relevant to connect with. And when you've done 10 singles, or if you've got 6 singles in the bag, but you've got the others written, who says having an album full of single quality songs is a bad thing?
That's right. And that was going to be my next question, because you could put it all together like on a vinyl or something like that, like a special collector's type thing, make a little singles box.
Hell yeah.
It's very clever. Like the way
Thank you.
Do it. And I guess my next question is, obviously, as you said, we don't know when we're all going to be playing again soon, but where would you want to play? First gig back, where do you want to play?
Triffid would be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
I want to get to Crowbar, actually, because I haven't played there since they moved in the valley, so I'm keen to go back to Crowbar.
Cool.
I would actually like to have the Brisbane Unites lineup that we had for the bushfire appeal come together, that whole lineup, because it'll be the time when Brisbane really can unite again and we can put on that show. Now, that could be the Triffid, Mansfield. Ideally, I wouldn't mind it at the Triffid personally, but I think that would be the best show to come back with, because it is Brisbane uniting again.
Definitely.
Got it. You've nailed it. I love it. See, I'm getting excited now. I want to play. What about Sarah? What do you think? You back that up?
Wait, hang on.
I was just saying. What do you think? Yeah, I think we've.
Sorry.
You're still here.
There we go.
I was just saying, you back that one up?
Oh, absolutely. I think for me, I mean, just my personal favorite venue is probably the Woolly Mammoth. I know it's a smaller venue, but it feels so quintessentially Brisbane to me, I think. Yeah. It's a perfect venue. It's so quirky. It's nice and dark and dingy. It's just, I love the Mammoth. Something there would be a lovely trip back for all of us, I think.
I haven't been there yet. That's one venue I haven't been to. Is the Mammoth.
No, it's good. It's really good.
No, I know. What's wrong with me? I heard the load.
Bring back the basement.
Was that the basement?
Bring back the basement and the old crash and burn.
Oh, hell yeah.
I used to, the basement. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. We all remember the basement.
Yeah. I used to love it. It was the best. But,
Wednesday nights, the night to be.
Yep. Straight in. There's cheap beers.
Straight in.
Yeah, it was good times. Well, I definitely.
Great bands.
Oh, man. Cut our teeth on a lot of those, those nights.
Absolutely. I mean, how many times do you remember bands fighting to get on a Wednesday night, midweek gig?
Wow.
Yeah. Everyone's fighting for the weekends now.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all.
No, but I do like the idea about getting the United show happening again. That lineup bothered. That was like, I was so excited about playing with you guys and a whole bunch of other mates. It was going to be just one big party. I was taking my leave. I booked in leave just for that so I could have a few days of recovery.
Recovery was definitely going to be the ultimate catch up with everyone.
Too many beers, but hey, hopefully again. Hopefully it's going to happen. But what else?
We should talk with Jethro and the guys and see if we can make that happen when they open it up.
Hopefully it won't be too far off. I mean, I know slowly creeping back in there. So
Yeah.
If everyone's sensible, we'll get back out there very soon. So
we've done well. There's minimal cases in Queensland at the moment, as it is. I think there's only 3 currently at the moment in Queensland in its entirety.
Yeah, and that's a good thing. I mean, it's not a good thing, but it's good that everyone.
But it's amazing.
Absolutely. Just need those
borders. Just to touch on the shows as well, we are looking to do, once the restrictions ease up a little bit more, there is an idea that's being solidified about a VIP only night. So you'll get like a longer Torizon set. There will be set numbers. There will be night specific merchandise. I can't tell you exactly what it is, but you can consume it. So and it makes it fun. You can party. So like I'm giving you all the hints. So
it's limited special stuff. You'll only get it there.
Yeah, and we're looking to do like one in Gold Coast and one in Brisbane.
Oh.
It'll only be a couple of times a year, and it'll be exclusive only. And we want to incorporate like a whole bunch of different genres and make it sort of a little bit, something for everybody. So yeah, before we moved on from the live gigs, I thought I'll just drop this little nugget in.
Is there any date set?
It that depends on the restrictions.
Okay, but no sort of rough dates you're looking at.
I think you'd be looking at around October, November.
Okay, cool. But hey, I reckon it'll be happening by then for sure.
Hey, it's my birthday in October. Come on, restrictions ease up. No, I'm kidding. But it'd be nice.
I think we're always planning. The thing is, we've got so many plans for when it opens up to a certain number, pending venues, restrictions, and looking at how we can tier back into it rather than wading in. And these VIP events are really going to be, they are going to be limited because they are going to be number based, but they are for the restrictions for the venues. But we want to give something back for the people who've come back and followed us and stood by us and gone through this journey and really make it that one-on-one. It's like, hey, we can't play in your backyard, but we're going to give you something a little bit more than just guys getting up on stage and beating out some songs. No, there's more to it. And we've been working on a lot of stuff behind the scenes to, work on bringing even the show up to a level that really we're getting quite excited about testing it out, because I think it brings out all our creativity and creative aspects that we've been trying to work on. And, well, what could we do? How could we do this? Misha's come up with an idea which she wanted for stage, and we're planning it out. We've talked about it and figured out if it's able to be done. And it's currently in the build process at the moment.
So Damien's a builder of things that I think about and would like.
That is awesome. Now I'm getting excited now. I want to see you guys.
Yeah. Well, and, a good way to come back, because we were meant to be touring Japan in October. It was all about to get announced, and we couldn't. We had to postpone, and the promoter's been absolutely amazing. Made sure that we're not out of pocket. So a good way to come back would be a VIP show. I would love that.
Yeah. Japan, that's like the dream, hey? Hopefully it can happen.
I'm so excited, but it'll happen soon.
Absolutely. Well, guys, thanks for hanging out on the show. It's been a cool hang.
Thanks for having us.
With you guys.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Cheers. And as I always get everyone to do, give me a stank face. Yeah, cool. Screenshot.
Great.
Nice. Well, the new Torizon single, Find My Way Out, is out this Friday. All the best, guys, and stay in touch.
Will do.
Thank you so much for having us. You're
Thanks,
a freaking legend.
Nev, thank you, my friend. You, when this is all over, when we can actually get out there, it's definitely beer and a jam.
Absolutely. Hey, I'd love to play with you guys very soon.